For as much as I often sing the praises of Go Nagai and his myriad of contributions for the manga industry, I often recommend his work with some caveats. Considering how old his work is, they often have some odd quirks to them. Some might find his art or his writing to be a bit clumsy and awkward, but the general strokes of his stories are still very engaging, which is why they keep getting remade for modern audiences. In recent memory, the Netflix adaptation of Devilman was a massive success and helped a lot of people get into his work. Cutie Honey also received another show, although that one was less discussed. A Violence Jack remake was something that I've been pining for a while after Devilman Crybaby. I really thought that we were going to see another Violence Jack anime, but it never really seemed to happen. That was until 2021 when we got Violence Jack 20XX by Yu Kinutani, the same guy responsible for Dark Side of the Devilman manga. I remember being a bit skeptical because I liked the artwork from the Dark Side of the Devilman manga, but I remember the story not really clicking with me. If anything, Violence Jack getting remade had me a little excited. Violence Jack isn't really given a fair chance in a lot of circles due to the infamous OVAs. I'd have to rewatch those to give my thoughts on them, but they aren't received very well. The original manga is actually pretty interesting. Most of my praise would go towards the Violence Jack character himself. He's not a traditional protagonist with a ton of mystery surrounding his character, with very little explanation as to who he is. The original wasn't even fully translated into English until recently, and I was unable to find any English translation at the time for 20XX either. Thankfully, a certain viewer pointed me in the right direction, and I was able to read the 4 available chapters in English. The first thing off the bat that I gotta praise is the artwork by Yu Kinutani. You can clearly see how talented he is, and he revved up the violence for the manga as expected. I can't wait to see Violence Jack and the Slum King because, wow, they are great. Kinutani knocked it out of the park with these two. Now, the actual story itself takes some interesting decisions. So, according to Wikipedia, it's a condensed version of Violence Jack, but when I heard the word condensed, I didn't think it meant rushed. That's what it ends up feeling like here. The original Violence Jack opening, from what I remember, was way slower, and it felt more impactful. It seems like it'll take that direction at the beginning when we were introduced to Ryu and his sister and a bunch of other characters. There's a plot line with Ryu's mother dying of cancer too. It looked like they were going to expand upon the beginning section, but it quickly gets shelved for the action. The Kanto Hellquake kinda just happens all of a sudden. I don't mind the idea of cutting to the chase here because, let's be honest, we're all here for Violence Jack, but it did feel rushed. So many of the characters that die I have no attachment towards because we spend absolutely no time with them. Then, after a clumsy introduction, we get Ryu living in some type of settlement. This is where the story diverges from the original, and it interested me the most. Also, King's men wear samurai armor now, which is a cool addition. Outside of that, I don't really have anything else to comment on. There's a lot of setup here, and I don't want to be too harsh because it's still in its infancy. I do worry about the writing quality in this, but I'm sure when Violence Jack shows up, everything will work out fine. Right now, I would say that I am cautiously optimistic. I might do a review of each chapter as they come out, or I'll hold my thoughts until it's completely finished. Thanks for watching.